I'm very pleased to be here on Zero Density booth in order to just explain this funny case of about what we did in Cameroon for Africa Cup of Nations beginning of this year. So the idea and just a few words regarding DreamWall. So we are prime partners of Zero Density since 2016, so 6 years now. So we helped regarding DreamWall to use, of course, Zero Density and the first use of Unreal Engine. And also, it was a great partnership because both companies were growing together regarding different things. So I'm gonna speak now about the lion, because everybody is waiting for the lion. So here you can see a lot of things that we are producing at DreamWall, or since COVID time, we decided to go outside. So to take our expertise, but also to take the technology and to exit the studio and to go inside, outside external environments like stadiums, like to produce virtual advertising, but also to produce a lot of things that were, let's say, disturbed by the COVID time. And so we are doing esports, we are doing gamifications, we are doing weather shows, but also weather explanations. And so I can invite you to come to DreamWall booth in order to know a little bit more. About the lion. So in October, we've got in touch with Yavuz from Zero Density that told me, hey, we've got a contact with somebody, a company, who would like to do something like, you remember the dragon of League of Legends in 2017 in Beijing, in China. And so they wanted to do something like this. Okay, so we try to start first the process. The process, of course, of designing and trying to know if we would be able, of course, to reach the goal that the creative company would like us to do. So we can explain a little bit about the process. So in October 2021, first contact, and we were at that time discussing about, of course, a lion. We have seen the dragon from League of Legends. We have seen panther. We have seen quite a few things. But now we would like to work on a lion, because you know that in Cameroon, the national team is called Les Lions Indomptables. And so that's the reason why there is a special related story between Cameroon and the lion. So it was the reason why the animal was a lion, and that's the reason why it has been chosen. So at the beginning, first we have to decide, okay, which design for the lion? Will it be realistic or not? You know that if you want to be realistic, you need to get fur on the lion, and so it's quite still difficult to do in real time. And so after discussing, finally they decided to write the story regarding a statue, a lion statue that came into life, and after the lion was walking inside the stadium. So we can now go further. So at the beginning, we start with the model, of course, of the lion. So we have been looking and buying a basic model of a lion. And after, of course, it was the first steps were to try to do the animation of the lion, because the lion needed to jump, to walk, to run, to roar, of course. And so it was at the beginning the different challenges that we had to face at that time. And of course, when you are talking about augmented reality, you need to do what we call the digital twin. And so in this case, we receive pictures from the Cameroon and with a stadium inside which the opening ceremony would take place. And so regarding this, we get also all the dimensions, measurements of the roof, of the pitch, of the stands, of everything. So we've got, from these measurements, we decided to build the digital twin of the stadium. And so what you see behind me is the first twin of the stadium and the way we started to work on it. After this, it was needed, of course, to work on the animation, but not only the animation, also the textures and the ways of the lion would look like. And so here are the first tests of working and running for the lion. It was based, of course, on a library of working and moving animals, of course. But after, we need to adjust all the animations because the lion needs to jump on the roof of the stadium, on the rooftop of the stadium. And so here it was all the process that we had to make between November, I would say, and December. But and so here you can, perhaps you can zoom a little bit inside the different pictures. You see, so it was first difficult to try to figure the path because the lion has to move during the opening ceremony, but without crushing, you know, people, group of dancers, and all the people that were they were dancing and singing on the pitch. And so that's the reason why we decided first, coming from the customer, from the artistical direction, to try to fix different paths. And so it was at the beginning the story, so and the work we had to do. And after we came to Cameroon. It was beginning of January, and so we had to install and to set up a technical control room. And so you can see here the way it was the way it was looking. So it was, of course, a container, and with my technical partner, people from Notele, which is a wonderful technical team, and we built. So we faced the challenge to come to Cameroon with all the material needed. Of course, we didn't want to take any risk regarding some material maybe that could not be delivered to Cameroon, and so it was. Let's say, our house and our technical control room during these days. And regarding the needed material, what we did was we've got 2 amperes from zero density, and the team from Notele, our technical partner, came with 2 PTZ from Panasonic. We sent 400 kilogram of material, 1 kilometers of optical fiber, and in order to build a control room. So it was also a technical challenge to go to that place and to do it like this. After the technical challenge, so what is interesting and important for us, it's first challenge is about augmented reality, is the distance, you know, between the virtual and the virtual lion, and so the all augmented reality objects, and of course the real camera. So the distance was more than 100 meters. And so starting, you know, when you have to face 100 meters, it means that one single shift of less than 1 degree, you can get enormous mistakes in the way the augmented reality will appear. And also the lion position, so on the rooftop and behind the LED boarding. So you can see to this picture that you can maybe zoom a little bit inside these pictures, and the right one for you, so it was on the rooftop, and also the second one. Yes, here you can see that the lion is appearing behind the real goal, the poles of the goal, and behind the real LED boarding. It was really a big challenge to do this kind of augmented reality, you know, because normally augmented reality is always on top, the top layers of everything. So it was, let's say, the second challenge we faced. I already told about, you know, the customer want to avoid, of course, that the lion could crash, you know, of course virtually crash, but group of dancers and singers, so it was really difficult because we didn't get not enough rehearsals, so it was just, let's say, one rehearsal, and in order for us to try to set up exactly the path of the lion. And one big issue was the size. If we wanted to do a giant lion, of course it has to be a giant. And so giant, the lion was 6 meters high and 16 meters length. And so when you have to move so big, even if it's augmented reality, but if you have to move so big augmented reality elements, of course it has to move in a certain way, but it's not so agile as a cat, you know. So that was also an issue that we have to face. So the size of the lion was really big. And also regarding this, you can see it at that time. We try also to do best integration. You have to take in consideration all the weather conditions. And so we didn't know exactly at 3 p.m. the day of the show if it will be sunny or cloudy, or we know that the sun, the direction of the sun, so we know in which way we want to get the cast on the lion. So here you can see this is the shadow of the rooftop of the real stadium, of course, that is casted on the virtual lion. And so thanks also because we are producing a lot of weather shows. We have our partners that were able to deliver us also the right forecast weather conditions in order for us to adapt as quick as possible during the show. And so I would like to show you now the final result, and perhaps with a sound. So here appear the lion with a roaring, and people inside the stadium were able to see it, to watch it on the big screens displayed inside the stadium. And here it was one of the big jump, of course, for us. And so the opening ceremony show was mainly 15 minutes. Of course, here I can propose you only to see about 2 minutes of that show. So you see here the difference. So with the 2 camera, I was following, you know, the closer shot with the PTZ camera, and while the operator were also jumping from one preset to another on the second camera. And so during the show, I have to say that the lion has been really successful. We will see it later, and all Cameroonese people now, they know about the virtual lion of Olembe Stadium. So it has been, let's say, very successful. We had to face a couple of challenges as well. So here we need to get the sound. This is from Cameroonese people that send us TikTok excitement, you know. Yes. Wow. And in French they said "c'est de la magie," so it's magic, you know, when they saw that kind of thing. And so it has been very, very successful. And now they are still talking about the virtual lion. It was really, and so now some pictures. You see in these pictures the lion, the real one, the statue of a real one, which was placed just one day before in front of the stadium. And now you can see that somebody's painting the lion. It was only one day before. One funny thing is that when we arrived on Thursday, so it was on Sunday, and on Thursday there was no power at that time, so we had to wait one day more to get power. So it was a part of the different things. And after just 10 minutes before the opening ceremony, somebody shocked the camera, and so the camera moved. And so we have just to recall some setup and just to protect the camera. So it was part of some funny things and funny stories that we had to face for this project. But just in case, if you want to get more information on that kind of case, just don't hesitate to contact us. And we have a booth DreamWall in the central hall, so just contact us if you need more information. And I want again to thank Zero Density, and it won't be possible, it would not be possible to do it, and all the team, of course, for the help that they produced, and of course my partner of Notele, which are just there, and because without the technical team, we won't be able, of course, to show it today, the kind of project, and to build them. Okay, thank you.